gonna say Jake Paul for this entire video. Jake Paul, Jake Paul, Jake Paul, Jake Paul, another Jake Paul, Jake Paul, more Jake Pauls, Jake Paul, Jake Paul, even more Jake Pauls, Jake Pauls, Jake Paul, Jake Paul, Jake Paul, Jake Paul. I love Jake Paul. Jake Paul, Jake Paul. Jake Paul is Logan Paul's brother. Jake Paul, 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 Jake Paul. Jake Paul makes quality content and I'm not joking. Jake Paul, Jake Paul, Jake Paul, Jake Paul, Jake Paul, Jake Paul, Jake Paul. I am making quality content. Jake Paul, Jake Paul, Jake Paul, and Jake Paul, Jake Paul, even more Jake Paul, even damn more Jake Pauls. Jake Paul, 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 Jake Paul. Get Jake Paul, subscribe. Jake Paul, Jake Paul, holy heckin' Jake Paul, Jake Paul, Jake Paul, Sherlock Paul, if you watched that video, Jake Paul, heckin' more Jake Pauls, and even gosh darn more Jake Paul.